You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith Johnson.
The AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California. Presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies. This is AFTERBUZZ TV's Princesses Long Island After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's Princesses Long Island After Show.
Giving someone the time. So right, love me. I'm laying in bed.
It's the finale party. What's up, Bing is for doing, and welcome to the AFTERBUZZ TV After Show for Princesses of Long Island. This is episode 10, the finale. It's finito, done. I'm your host, Jake DuPree, along with my beautiful co-hosts, princesses themselves. Here we go.
I'm Princess Fahnia Thomas.
And I'm Princess Cassidy Gard.
And unfortunately, Miss Christina Zias is off polishing her Jamaican princess crown on the beaches of Jamaica, so she can deal with that.
Ooh,
I'm
hashtag
happy with
jealous.
that.
She better be getting her
super jealous.
cornrows done right now. That is the thing to do in Jamaica.
What does that mean, like going topless?
No,
No,
you get your
like her
cornrows
braided
done.
hair.
Oh,
Yes.
cornrows. I thought you said
Cornrows.
corners.
It better be on Instagram by tonight. I want to see some cornrowed hair, Christina.
Sexual. All right, so here we go. We're just going to start off talking about the entire damn episode. So here we go. Miss Chanel is freaking out because she cannot find Ashlee, and the people at the winery luckily called her a car service to come pick her little ass up and find Ashlee. Turns out she can't find Ashlee, and we don't know what happened to her.
It's like playing Where's Waldo for... oh, wait, I'm getting a message. Hold on. Okay, how's this? Huh?
Other way.
Oh, the other way.
Baby,
was
come
one
home
of
to me. Is that
Technical
right?
difficulties. Bum, bum,
And
bum.
we're back.
Anyway.
So it's like playing Where's Waldo for a 30-year-old. I don't get it. I don't get it.
Like, how does a 30-year-old get lost? That's what I need to know.
They don't.
They
And that
don't.
was not a car service. That was a minivan from production. Car services don't look
Yeah,
like that.
car service.
And not only that,
wanna sound
but
fancy.
princesses don't hitchhike. Like,
Yes.
you call a cab.
You get your
call-
white horse.
I
Let's
don't
go.
believe that she hitchhiked. I just don't believe that she got in a car with a stranger. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly don't think that she hitchhiked either
No, I
to
think
get to
that
the
was-
hospital.
I think that was
And she's in Montauk too. It's extremely nice part of the Hamptons. So like, kiss it, okay? And Ashlee, we find out that Ashlee had a bad medical condition last year, and Chanel is worried about this. So that's a genuine concern because you don't know what's gonna happen. Like
Right.
that, you never know. Someone could. I mean, she could be passed out somewhere.
right.
freaking
That's
out,
major. So the condition, she had a stroke.
Yes.
So
We find out later.
right. So maybe Coco was somewhat relevant of thinking like, oh my gosh, what happened? Because maybe she could have had a stroke while walking down the summer, the lane in the summer heat in her heels. You never know.
It does
So-
get hot in New York, so in the summers.
Something that really bothered me, though, is that Chanel finally had to get a message from Ashlee's family. I mean, a panic attack, yes, I'm sure it's very intense, but it's not like your phone stops working. Like, Ashlee
You
could
can
have
still
reached out
text.
to Chanel and not made her sit in confusion for hours on end.
I mean, at a certain point, even if because your mind technically wouldn't go to someplace super bad if you wouldn't hear from your friend, but after a while, you start panicking and be like, oh my God, something really did happen.
Yeah.
And she didn't even have the decency to text her, so what is that? Does that qualify you as a good friend for not even letting your friend, who is trying to vehemently find you, like, that's not a good friend to me.
Well, she
so
couldn't
Ashlee,
text
check
back
yourself.
because she was in the back of a stranger's car.
Hopefully not ending up on a milk carton. That was the whole thing. Lord Jesus.
I
Oh
can't.
my.
Okay, so then we end with that, and we cut to Amanda, Erica, and Joey having fun in Greenport, New York, on the hat trick, her dad's boat. Roger, what's up, Roger? I like him.
Yeah, me too.
And then I like what Amanda said. She was like, "I love this boat, and Jeff, you need to learn a lesson. If you like it, you should have put a yacht on it, baby."
She is so quirky, and I loved that. She was just own it. She's like, put a yacht on it.
Yes,
She's a
these
weirdo.
three
I love
girls,
her.
these are the people that I want to watch. Like, they're reality show gold for me. I thought Ashlee was going to be that for me, because she did, the first few episodes, Ashlee did give a good moment. She did give a good princess moment, reality show moment, but these 3 other girls were amazing. Amazing.
Well, I have to make note of Ratchet Erica made an appearance tonight.
While
Yes,
she did.
While your 3 amazing girls were having a little chit chat. And what did she say? Again, I'll take your man.
Yeah.
So I'm sorry, but I don't trust her.
She knows, I mean, she knows what she's doing, and she knows what she's bringing to the table as well. At least she's honest about it, though.
But see, that's the thing. Low key, she was like, a couple episodes back, she was like, oh no, you know, I'm so
I would never do that to a girl.
people don't understand. They don't see the real me. Hi, get a little cocktail in her and the truth serum. She starts to spilling it. Ratchet Erica made an appearance tonight, and I just wish she would own that. Like, yeah, I'll take your man. You know, that's me.
Yeah. A question came up for me while we're watching this. Erica said that Ashlee has had a vendetta against Joey since the beginning. I just need to know, do you two know what this vendetta is caused by? Like, why do they hate each other so much? Because she's poor?
That's all. I think that Ashlee is just really judgmental, and she thinks everyone's jealous of her that might not come from the same neighborhood. But she's always had this obsession with, like, girls being, like, taller or good bodies or blonde. And, like, Joey is, you know, a glamazon, tall, gorgeous lady, as is Ashlee. But Ashlee finds little ways to dig at Joey that Joey can't help where she comes from, you know, her money situation.
So do you think it's pure insecurity on Ashlee's part?
I think it's the one thing that she has, money from her father, that Joey does not have, and it's the only way to feel superior.
Well, I mean, I don't think that Joey comes from poverty at all. Her dad owns a boat.
There's tarps on her porch, as Ashlee said. Tarps are you know what tarps are.
Yes.
That was Ashlee's quote.
Plastic, yes. We do know what a
It's
tarp
like Simple
is.
Life. What is a Walmart?
Yeah.
No, I mean, she just found the most random things to complain about. The tarps on the porch. So that, I guess, makes her as poverty-stricken as Ashlee says.
I just don't know if their fight is if it's genuine or if it's producer driven. Because sometimes I'm like, where is it coming from that they just don't like each other?
I do feel like
why?
I agree with you. And I feel like last week's episode should have happened in like week 3. It finally gets turned up. There's finally some drama. And here we are, like now it's over. I think maybe if they had pushed that forward, maybe there'll be a season 2. But since
they obviously had nothing else to work with, and they have to extend all this stuff out.
Well, I think that they tried to start it with Casey and Erica, and then that didn't
that
didn't
fizzled out
pan
because
out.
Casey never shows up on the show.
Right.
Like, where are you? Like, where are
at
you?
one
she's
Oak.
gotta work.
I guess.
Work it.
But she's also getting paid for this show, so
Right.
show up to
So
both
she's
your jobs.
hustling.
I guess.
I mean, and I like Casey after Ashlee. She's my second fave because she stays out of it, and purely because she's not there, so it's easy for
But
her
why
to
be
stay
on
out
the
of
show
it.
though if you're gonna stay out of it?
Paycheck.
I mean, we all were. I cannot speak for everybody, but I was very baffled when somebody asked about her relationship status, and Miss Ashlee wanted to keep her private life private while she's on a reality.
I mean, Casey.
Right.
Oh yeah, I'm getting those two confused now.
Same difference.
Yeah.
Oops. Boop shady. And then we see, of course, Chanel finally got in touch with Ashlee's parents, and Ashlee was in the hospital, and she had an oxygen mask on, and it just freaked Chanel out, and she was falling apart, looking at her friend, thinking that she was going to lose her.
And okay, why couldn't Coco go into the house? One, I have so many questions. I have a list of questions that I
So many
hope
things
there's
just
a
don't make
reunion
sense.
show. And my second question is, where was Coco's drink hanky with her iced coffee when she was walking the block? Did you guys notice that?
Oh, yeah.
Did anybody else peep that napkin that was around her iced coffee?
Very good observation.
I'm just saying.
Of her Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Oh, yeah. She was at the party, so she has a free drink hanky, I'm sure,
Funny
somewhere.
how.
Funny. Something also that came up to me while they were on the boat, Amanda said that Joey, they were going back and forth being like, Joey didn't put Ashlee in the hospital. And I was like, no, Joey didn't put her in the hospital. Like, she let her emotions get the best of her and freaked out.
Can we quote Erica though? She said something along the lines of God was punishing Ashlee for being mean to her. Was that what
You
it
heard
was?
right.
You heard
I
right.
heard right?
Yeah.
Okay, because I was a little confused
And
there.
I can only assume that it's because she has firsthand knowledge because episode 2, 3, 4.
4, 5, 6.
She was tacky with a T. Mm-hmm. Maybe
Giant
God was
C.
punishing her when she was going through all of her emotional drama, you know, self-medicating and, drinking too much. I don't know. So maybe she's speaking from experience.
Maybe. One of the major highlights of this episode was when Casey decides to grace her presence with Amanda. I can't.
She couldn't either.
She couldn't
was
either.
throwing
She
shade
really
left
couldn't.
and right.
Yeah.
I have to say, I was so annoyed at that scene. In the middle of watching it, I whipped out my cell phone and I tweeted at Casey because I was really annoyed.
Oh, yes.
But I got a direct message back. And
What'd you tweet?
I tweeted, "What's with calling out you don't take sides like you're in high school, but then you're saying that you're on Ashley's side? I'm a little confused." I just wanted some clarity in that situation.
What'd she say back?
She said, which I do, Casey, I do appreciate you replying back and addressing my comments, but she said the token reality queen line, "The scene was cut." What do you guys think about that?
I think Casey could be my homegirl any day. She's a ride or die chick. She can be the Thelma to my Louise.
I will say that is
Okay.
commendable.
She got
That is
her
really
homegirls
commendable.
Back, like she said, and she
Yeah.
owns it. So every girl wants a homegirl like that in their back pocket who will go for bat for you even when you're wrong.
Even when you're wrong, because we are definitely in the wrong, Miss Ashley. I'm sorry. And I love you. I really do like Ashley, and I think that she could be really cool, like hanging out in real life. And I think editing probably doesn't do well for her at all. And I say editing like that's her real life. Like they didn't have to edit much, if anything. Oops. So Casey said in her little confessional moment that how Amanda handled herself was disgusting and that she wasn't being a good friend to Ashley. But the thing is, they didn't even know that Ashley was in the hospital until they were on the boat. So is there something that we're not seeing that
I think
they're like,
Ashley lied. She said things that weren't true to Casey to exaggerate the situation to make herself seem innocent,
Oh.
and that's exactly what happened.
I guarantee you that's what happened.
We all tell our stories
I mean-
to make us be in the best light.
Yeah, I mean that's true. That's true for everybody. So that's a good thing to look at. But I don't know. It was just like Casey. I'm like, you're never involved with these girls, and you don't necessarily know them very well. Then why'd she use so many sides and be
Well,
so strict about that
If
side?
it's all about the sides, at the end of the day, Casey does have to realize that she looked like she didn't know the situation. She looked silly, so the exaggerations from Ashley did not put Casey in a good light. And
Not at all.
I don't know about the Ryder Thelma to Louise, but if someone's gonna look like a fool because of someone
It's a
else's
good friend.
exaggeration,
And she can borrow my Manolos any day.
Okay.
Not mine. She can't borrow mine. We can go for a drink and hang out. How about that? So Chanel comes to visit Ashley at her house, and then we see the no drink hanky walking around the block. And Chanel puts this idea together that they have Tashlich, which is a purging of the new year where you let go of old things and try to ask for forgiveness for the things that you've done. And I think that's great that they all get together. And this is really convenient that this show is planned around all these Jewish holidays. Like, that's amazing.
I think that's great. It's a learning curve. For
Yeah.
people
There's
like
a lot
me.
of Jewish holidays.
I mean, it seems like it. I'm very shocked. I've never heard of Tashlich, but I like it.
I loved
down
it.
with that.
I loved the conversation though. It was like not the New York City moment of walking around the block with your iced coffees. They were in the suburbs of Long Island, just walking around. Like
Walking
I
the
wanted to
block.
see like some kids skateboarding or little tricycles. Like they look like some suburban housewives
They
taking a
did.
stroll. The kids
and
were
heels
napping.
and everything, which I appreciate.
Always in a pump.
Always in a pump. I like that. This is one line that Ashley just really, I was like, okay. And we all kind of were like, ooh, like cringing a little bit.
Cringing.
Ashley said that she refused to apologize to the girls. She said they chose to make me as helpless as a person can be by leaving me alone in the woods.
Well, can I just say that I remember the moment in which she's on the patio and the girls all walk back towards the building and somebody went scurrying along inside, literally running away from them. So at that moment, what are they supposed to do? Chase after her and coddle
Yeah,
her like
she
a
didn't
little
want
baby?
to be around them.
Yeah, and
And
then,
then-
but when she talks about it going back, it's like she got abandoned.
Yeah. I mean, and what do you think about them leaving to go to Erica's Dad's boat. Like, do you
Heck
think
yeah.
do you think they should have left, or do you think they should have waited for the other two
Absolutely.
girls to just come along?
I think it was appropriate for them to go on ahead
Yeah.
because the dad did plan it, and it seemed as if though some money had already been spent. Mm-hmm. So
And he'd been waiting
she
for 2
wasn't-
hours,
right.
supposedly,
And
yeah.
she had yet to be in the hospital yet. So carry on.
Yeah, I say I don't fault them for that. And they didn't know anything was wrong. They thought that Ashlee just didn't want to be with them. They thought that she was
But Ashlee
trying to
just
go home.
contradicts herself because later she said, you know, I don't have negative people in my life and I choose to remove them. But then she wants them to stick around and have her back. It's like, well, which one is it? Pick one.
Yeah. And then we go onto the Lover's Lane, and we see Amanda and Jeff on the Long Island Railroad, which I thought was so cute. And Amanda says that stepping on this train feels really special and cute. Okay, Miss Fahnia, I see a little face, so let's go.
I threw up so many times in my mouth during this scene.
I did not. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, we have to address, like I think he has a deviated septum because what is with the nasally voice?
I think that's just a Long Island thing. I think that's an Eastern thing, is to put all the placement there in your head.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like nerd me talking about voice.
He had the AB visor on with her
Really?
initials.
Is this a proposal? A proposal? This is a proposal. This is a proposal.
This is a promise.
Will
This
you
is
accept my commitment? My commitment.
Yeah.
My commitment? Like, are
All
you
that
kidding me?
all that repetition, I was like, what is this? Just spit it out.
It was a
nervous.
Fugazi engagement, and he knew it.
He was nervous.
We don't do promise rings at 30. I'm sorry, we don't.
But she's not 30, she's 27. So he is
We don't
close.
do promise
He's like
rings
40.
post 25, okay? And you've been dating.
That's
And
true.
you've been looking like.
And then we're not at a Christian college in like Mississippi,
Well,
so there's no promise ring.
I think
A promise ring is basically like a condom saying, I'm gonna wait to have sex with you. I really want to have sex with you, and I'm gonna promise you that we're gonna get married so we can have sex. That's what that
And
is. Bye,
exactly.
Mississippi.
Can I play devil's advocate here? Because Amanda said it as if he wanted to wait to do the official proposal until Babs was on board.
I do
and this
like
was
that.
a respectful way for him to say, although my future mother-in-law is a little hesitant, he said, it's me, it's you for life, baby. And I was like, I was going to start crying. I just
That's really
love
sweet.
them.
I do enjoy that. I
Exactly.
think that that's really sweet that he would acknowledge her mom because he knows that she's not super on
Yeah.
board with her getting
'Cause
just
that's her
married
baby.
away.
No, I was
Baby
reading between
Amanda.
the lines. Not gonna happen, boo. You can give an engagement ring and be engaged for 2, 3, 4 years.
However long you
It's
want
not
to
like
be.
he doesn't
That
have
was-
the ring. He's getting it from Gail. He's going to reset that stone from Gail, I'm sure.
But notice Amanda said that after her, like she was taken aback.
Yeah.
She was
I
taken
think she
aback,
was shocked
too.
that it was a
promise
commitment ring or whatever.
I mean,
But yeah,
We
I think
don't
she was a
do
little
that.
relieved, though.
there's no purity going on in this relationship, so there's no need for a promise ring.
No.
They've already did the deed.
Yeah.
No, but they both are living with their parents. They've had no time together to
He
wake
was with
up.
his parents?
Yeah,
Yes.
they both live with their parents. They need the promise ring to
just
move
keeps
in
getting
together. He's saving up for their life by saving money living with the parents. I think that's nice. I've just really gotten on board with these two, I have to say.
You know, and I love them too. I love them so much. And I think this is really sweet that they're doing this. And
It is really
I
sweet.
could see, I hope that there's a future for the two of them on reality TV outside of this show, because I don't know if the show will be back for season 2.
No, I don't see spinoff in their future.
You don't?
Maybe
my
if he had given her
gosh.
a real ring, there could be like the wedding special. But there's no promise ring special.
Well, I
Yeah,
tweeted
no.
a little. I was trying to hint to them because I thought of Bethany Ever After, where they had baby engagement
yeah,
and then
no.
show. I was basically trying to tell Amanda. I did a little emoji con, a little baby
Have
plus
a
the
baby.
ring equals spinoff show, and I think they got the hint.
Yeah, her mom's probably like, no.
I know.
No.
I got tweets. Don't give Babs a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's like, who doesn't want a cute little grandbaby?
I mean, it'd be really cute to see the two of them live happily ever after.
Him with the little
Absolutely.
baby Bjorn and then the little visor for the baby with their initials.
And like a bottle drink hanky. That'd be really cute.
yeah.
Yeah.
Be cute.
But I
She'll
just want him to
crossover.
come with the ring first. Like,
Yeah.
It's
I
not
think-
all
Engagement
about the
ring.
materialistic things.
it could be an engagement ring made out of this piece of paper, but an engagement
Just be like,
ring.
will you marry me?
Exactly.
I think there were rocks on that ring.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm not speaking materialistically. I'm
Oh.
speaking purely of an engagement.
What the question was.
Yeah, not a
Yeah.
commitment.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
I mean, if you have to keep saying proposal, it's not a proposal.
So we finally get to the pinnacle of the entire episode where they all come to the park to have their Tashlich ceremony. And Amanda gets there first, and she says that she hasn't seen any of the girls since the vineyard, only Casey, who I'm like, you don't even have to see her. Like, that's all that matters. It's just like wind blowing through the trees.
Shade.
Erica and Amanda show up, and the Tashlich ceremony is about asking for forgiveness, and so and then eventually Casey and Ashlee show up. And I didn't know if Ashlee was going to show up. I mean, I knew that her contract probably said you have to show up, but I liked the suspense coming up to it, though. I'm glad she did.
Oh,
Of course she was gonna show up. What is
Yeah.
she gonna do at home? There's nothing to do there.
I mean, I would have showed up for the crying circle too.
Yeah.
You know, to get some emotions
This
out.
was
This is a really depressing reality show, I have to say.
Does this? I don't know. I need to do research about this particular holiday. Does this always involve bread being thrown into water
and tears
and tears?
and backhanded apologies, because that's what was going around.
There was a lot of backhandedness going on.
Yeah.
I think probably tears always. Anytime you're in a circle being vulnerable, talking about everything you've done wrong, it's gonna be kind of a sensitive place.
One of the girls who really I think has been like lost in the mix a little bit of the last few episodes is Chanel. And it makes me sad to see her cry so much because I think she genuinely does care about these girls and about them getting along. And I think it's really interesting that she got so emotional and really tries her hardest to make them all get along.
Do I totally break girl code if I say, like, just try a little less, like, care a little less?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I mean, you have to have your girlfriends, but there's a point where, like, that intense need to have a group of girlfriends, keep everyone together, keep the peace all the time is so stressful. Like, channel that towards going out and meeting people, mingling, like meeting a boy. Like, I think it would help her be more like, not to compare, but like Amanda, like she has a man, she's able to balance both. She has her girls. Like Chanel, all of that like loving sensitivity and like kind-heartedness, if she could put that towards like
Something
growing in a relationship, I think it would be really beautiful.
something more
Chanel.
positive, I think.
Yeah.
And I really think there's no doubt in my mind that Chanel is going to actually find someone who really, really likes her because
I
she has such a
totally
big
agree.
heart and she's
Totally.
cute and she's fun and vibrant and I just can't wait to see like what would come for her.
Absolutely. I think she has a role, and it is to be the mediator. Like, you know, you're explaining how Amanda's role is. That's Amanda's role. There can't be two Amandas.
Right.
So I think that that's her role, and that's how she plays it, and it's genuine for her. She's
Yeah.
not being fake.
genuine.
It's just that she wants everybody to get along, which doesn't happen.
And she'll drive herself right into the ground wanting everyone to do that.
Yeah.
She just needs to play her own game exactly and do her own thing and channel that energy into something else. So we get to the apologies. And Erica apologizes to Ashlee and Casey. And I liked what she said to Casey. I thought that was really nice that she acknowledged what she had done and she was like, I'm sorry that we didn't address it sooner. And Casey acknowledges that too in her apology. But I thought Erica for once showed a really mature side to herself when she was apologizing.
Erica just impressed me this whole episode. She was a class act all the way with her high-waisted trousers at the office, her
her green
beautiful
eyeshadow.
chiffon, long... I loved the green
would you-
eyeshadow. I don't know if you're being sarcastic, but Erica is grown into a sophisticated... I don't know if that's the right
Are
word.
you being sarcastic?
No, I'm gonna say she's grown a lot. I think by the finale, this outfit, her way that she was pulled together, her words were clear. She was really expressing herself.
She almost seemed like one of the sane ones.
I
on the
was
show.
very
Yeah.
proud of
Like
her.
she wasn't medicated.
Yeah.
So how would you feel if she stole your boyfriend?
I mean, I just don't think that my boyfriend would go for that type. We're very different types. I am very innocent girl next door, and she is a wild seductress. We are two different entities.
All right. So then
Okay.
we see, of course, Amanda apologizing. And I just feel like there's nothing that Amanda has to apologize for. Like, I don't think that she was a bad friend. I think that she
Totally
stood
agree.
up for Joey and the fact that Ashlee attacked Joey for her parents. I'm like, don't bring up people's parents. I mean, they shouldn't have brought up looks. Joey shouldn't have brought up looks in the first place.
Right.
But someone's parents, like, that's a big deal. And that's a deep wound to cause, too. Because that's such a deeper issue with a lot of people or parents. So I don't know. I just think that Amanda was sticking up for the right person.
I agree. Absolutely.
And I understand what you said about Casey. Like, even if your friend is wrong, you're standing up for them. But at what point does that make you look like a fool for standing up for them, too? And not being honest with them. And Casey didn't know the whole story. That's what drives me crazy. She doesn't know the full spectrum of what happened, so she can't make an educated decision about standing
Right,
up for
and
Ashlee.
she's not.
Yeah.
She made
Yeah.
that very clear. She honestly doesn't really care.
No.
She's gonna stand by her friend no matter what. So therefore she doesn't care if she looks like a fool.
But sometimes you're a better friend to tell someone when they're wrong.
Exactly. I think that's an adult friend to tell them when they're wrong.
I agree.
I don't know.
Maybe she did. We didn't see it. But here's my thing. If you're gonna throw bows, be prepared for when they come back to you.
Yeah.
If you're gonna hit below the belt, be prepared to get hit below the belt.
Exactly.
So once you start name calling, it's fair game.
That is true. I will say that. I mean, it
Don't
makes
be mad if someone hits you harder.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's the right thing to do, possibly to swing. If someone hits you low, hit them low back, like be the bigger person, but that's not usually how it works in life. Like if someone hits you low, you're probably going to hit them low too. So, I mean, that's not like
just
what I would
walk away.
do. Yeah. I mean, there's no point.
I've done it. And I've
We all
also-
have.
I
We all
mean,
have.
There's no saints in here.
No.
What did you think about Casey apologizing to Erica and Amanda, saying that she didn't give them a fair chance?
I think that was very adult of her.
Yeah.
I mean,
Recognize that.
I wish I would have seen this girl the whole time. And then whenever she threw her bread, she said that she wished she would have let her guard down more. And I was like, that's my whole wish for you this whole season. That just drives me crazy that she wasted this whole season being like all buttoned up.
But then she came on our show like 6 months later after and didn't let her guard down. I remember right when she said it, I was like, yeah, but you came on and we appreciate you coming on, but we didn't get anything like out of her that was her showing something.
It was pretty early. Wasn't it like episode 2 or 3?
Yeah, episode 2.
Yeah.
I think, yeah.
We didn't have much to.
Go on.
Now I have a list of questions.
Ah.
I want to know, where was Amanda and Joey for the wedding? Why weren't they invited? And Erica, why weren't they invited to Coco's sister's wedding?
Yes.
Is there going to be a reunion show? Oh, go ahead.
I don't think there's going to be a reunion show.
Is that it? All we get is the crying circle?
I'm pretty
think
sure.
that's it, yeah.
That's too bad.
It ended with the freeze frame of Chanel in the air.
That was so
90s.
80s Babysitters Club.
80s,
So
yeah.
cheesy
Like,
with that
Gosh.
music.
with like the
can't.
Jesus light, like, huh? I mean, not Jesus, God, excuse me. Jewish, sorry.
Okay, what did Joey's mom say about her? That was so.
I just think that they have a
Hurtful.
I just think that they have a bad relationship.
I want to know what she said, because if it's anything like her dad, oh my God, my heart goes out to that girl.
Seriously, her dad is mean.
I don't think
man.
that they're married though. I think that they might be divorced.
Well,
I'm
because
just-
her
I'm
new
just-
mom, or her stepmom, she was saying, isn't very fond of her being at the house either.
Yes.
And doesn't
So-
he have like a new family?
Yeah.
I think she has
Yeah.
younger siblings.
And then I want to know, why was Bravo hating so hard on us and the girls calling in?
I don't know. I
got lots of questions.
I've heard. I mean, I don't know why they don't want them to do press, because there's been other shows that have said they've said offensive things, and they still allow them to do interviews. So I don't know what they're. I don't know if it's because they're not allowing them for another season, or
Maybe they just didn't see the point in promoting them on something that they know that they're not going to spend time or money to do another season.
But
I mean,
they
very
didn't have
true.
to do anything. Like, all the girls had to do was call in. Like, why is Bravo PR saying, no, don't call in? I have
don't
so
know.
many questions. What am I going to do?
Yeah.
There's not going to be a season 2. There's no reunion.
we'll just be left with the rest of your life just wondering
The
what
rest
what
of
these
my
princesses
life.
of Long
I
Island
think
are
that we're
doing.
going to get invited to their wedding. Jeff and Amanda's.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, and
We'd so
then
go.
we'll just, be
We'll get
there.
those
Have a
scoop right
promise
there.
ceremony, like, instead of an engagement party.
I promise that I'm going to be committed to you. Yes. So what did you think about, this is the ultimate that I have to talk about, is Ashlee's apology, which is
Lack
like,
of
in quotes, apology. Like, because it wasn't. It was very smug, and there was a little bit of a chip on the shoulder. I thought towards the end of it, she did kind of give in and show like a real person, being like, I'm glad that Amanda acknowledged and said, I'm sorry.
Right.
But then why does she have to make people say that they're sorry when they shouldn't be sorry? Like, Ashlee, I just don't get it. Like,
Hashtag sorry, not sorry.
Hashtag I don't get it. Like,
don't care.
Ashley's last few episodes, I just don't know where she's coming from anymore. Like, I just don't understand her as a person.
I think she's fed up. And she's on the defense. So.
Yeah. I mean, she feels really wronged, and I understand feeling really wronged by someone, but she's playing the victim always a victim.
I have to say, when she watches this back and she sees every single person be emotional, vulnerable, real, relatable.
They were not being real. Not all
Some of them, I think they were
were
being
big-
real.
I thought everyone but Ashlee was real.
No, there were those were backhanded apologies. It was like
Everybody
it
said something that they did wrong. Did Ashlee say something she did wrong?
I honestly, I have to say I did tune out a little bit because it was getting a little bit too much with the tears.
Okay,
And
I'll give you that.
It was a lot.
I'll give you that.
But I
But
can't dissect everybody's like apology.
well, my point is, I think I was really going for it. I was bonding with each girl and what they were saying, and then I got to Ashlee and I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!"
I knew that
Seriously, girl?
they were building up to that because
Yeah,
everyone was
she
being like
was the
super
last
sincere,
one.
super
So
sincere.
I think when she
like-
watches that, she has to listen to the words she chose and the way that she was like, "I am happy for my life." I'm like,
She's
part
not
of her.
sorry.
Okay, sorry, not sorry. You
Yeah.
have that girl to the end. We have
I mean,
Casey
she's
number
not
2 over here.
She's not sorry.
Well, she should be.
It just,
Just in my
the question.
opinion.
It was just like the question that came up for me was like, just why is Ashley putting people in places where they need to apologize? I don't know.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Going back to what they were saying, they didn't put her in the hospital, so she didn't put them in a place to apologize. They took that upon themselves.
But she
to-
was though, because she was saying it was their fault that she had to hitchhike in the first place.
Then, as an adult, I'm gonna say no. It was not. I am not apologizing for that.
Yeah,
Just taking words that they said earlier about,
but it seemed
It
like they were also
applies.
trying to mend the fences with her and they apologize for something, even though they
Why?
didn't know
If you're
necessarily
not
what
sorry,
they were.
and if you don't feel like you did anything wrong, don't apologize.
But I think they wanted to keep
But Amanda
the
didn't.
friendship.
I mean, she
don't wanna
did
be
because she
friends.
said she basically was like, I'm not going to say sorry for something that I didn't do because I don't feel like I did anything wrong to you. But then she said, if you feel as if I did
I'm
and you're
sorry for
hurt,
that.
then I'm sorry for that.
And I think
Then
that's
that's what they all should have said. But you don't be. That's why it's fake. It's like if you're apologizing just to be to save face and make yourself look good. Don't do
the
it.
one that I felt was the super. I think the one that rang most true for me was Joey's apology because she didn't
Yes.
exactly apologize. She was like, "I'm very happy with my business and for this deadline my dad has given me,
Right.
and for this that happened between me and Ashley. I don't know how it went wrong, but I'm sorry it did, and it is what it is." And I was like, "That's commendable. Like that's a real person saying." A real adult being like, it happened
Right.
and it happened. Like, I'm sorry.
And we will acknowledge, I mean, every single person what they're going through. I mean, when Joey, I feel for her. The girl's getting kicked out of her house. But when it got to Ashlee, that is the worst thing I can imagine. The
That's
girl
another
can't talk.
question.
The stroke. I mean, go you. I would never have known you went through all this. So you've surpassed mountains to get to where you are. And that's
Yeah.
commendable. What's your question?
Where does Joey live? I mean,
I think
we
she'll move to
invested-
I think she'll move to the city. I really
don't
do.
think so.
What am I gonna
But
do?
that's where her
How's she
like
gonna
that's where
afford
her
that?
brand building is. I mean, there's a million affordable places in the city within like Queens or Brooklyn. I mean, there's a lot of more affordable places.
Brooklyn,
Yeah, not just like Manhattan. She doesn't have to live in Manhattan.
Okay.
We've invested so much time.
I know.
I'm
I
feeling
know.
really let down.
Also, thank you for investing time with us and go to iTunes and download us. Give us 5 stars. We would love, love, love. Thank you for listening. And yeah, I don't know if there'll be another season. I highly doubt it. Do you have any gossip, news or gossip? Anybody? No?
News or
no.
gossip?
Crickets.
Crickets.
That's what it's been all season. And I think that's part of the reason why they're just not going to be another season because there's nothing that's driving these girls
It's
to be still be
dull.
interested and people to be interested in them.
Do you think that part of it is, I mean, with the exception of the Drink Hanky and Kissamit, that they're not doing anything but sitting around their
absolutely.
house?
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot going on in
Yeah.
these ladies' lives.
I mean, and if you look at other reality shows, we were talking about City Girl Diaries on Style Network, like these women have actual jobs. And I know that
Right.
they're higher in age than these girls who are still making it. But I mean, like, look at people like us who are 20-somethings, 30-somethings, whatever, but we still have jobs and are supporting ourselves. And these girls are just like fighting to be fighting. And it just, there's nothing that's driving this show.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean,
Like
the
there were
lo-
2 really solid episodes, and I
Yeah.
think they should
Yeah.
have flipped a table last week to get this show a second season.
I'm like, if they're gonna overly produce it, then let's
Yeah.
produce it. Like, get these producers in here to
Yeah.
make these girls do something. Because everything, I feel like so many of those confessional moments were so planned and staged.
yeah.
There's just something
Definitely.
real and organic about people, really fighting. It was just weird.
No, it was
I don't
just
know.
like catty girls and sounding like chicken heads and back and forth.
Yeah.
and Too much.
Like, I feel like this show should have been like on Wii or something, not Bravo. Like, Bravo should have saved it for somebody
Bravo,
else, you know?
He's got some good shows.
They do. I'm not
Braxton
knocking.
Family Values and
I'm not
Trademark.
knocking them, but there's like a certain level with like a Bravo reality show. I don't know. And these girls just weren't like Bravo for me.
You know, Bravo should have did Princesses, Los Angeles.
Exactly.
That's the problem.
I
But
ho-
in the
I-
valley, like a bunch of girls
Do you-
like living in the
SFV?
valley.
Do you think that they'll continue maybe a franchise of princesses?
I don't know. These girls didn't leave much.
Yeah.
I mean, it depends on if there's like a whole other, Jewish community or whatever it would be that's the religion based.
Yeah, exactly. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching us.
Thank
We
you.
will see you on some other shows, I hope, and tune in and follow all of us. But I'm Jake DuPree, and you can find me on Twitter at Jake_DuPree and on Instagram at Jake DuPree.
I'm Fahnia Thomas, and you can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Fahnia Thomas.
And I'm Cassidy Gard. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Cassidy Gard. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.